Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are here to check in with our budget for August. We're going to be going over the results from the first half of the month. I mentioned this in previous videos, but I personally like to just do like a more in-depth check-in midway through the month. We used to do every single week. Honestly, that was like just too much, but I love like just checking in more in depth, like, you know, kind of making sure we're putting money towards savings that's supposed to go towards savings, almost like creating like mini budgets. And for us, that just kind of helps us stay on track a little bit better. It makes it easier for me to really know, you know, what's going on with the budget and things like that. And then also just ensuring that we're like really checking in with our bank account and that sort of thing. So anyways, we're just going to fill out our week 1 budget information here. So I'm going to calculate our main income off to the side here. I don't share my husband and I's individual income. I lump it together that way, you know, in case I have coworkers or he has coworkers or someone watches, you know, my channel, I just don't really want that information getting out there for that reason. So let's see. I need to adjust that. So bear with me as I do this off camera. And then plus, whoops. I just moved around all my like apps on my phone, so I don't remember where I put everything. Okay, so our total main income was actually $26,33.94. So that's what we actually brought in. I have a salary, so my pay is the same every single paycheck. My husband is hourly, so his pay varies, and lately they've been giving like little bonuses and things like that since he works at Costco. He's an essential worker, if you will, and so they've been like compensating their employees a bit more for that, which is really nice. So, okay, and then for variable, I haven't gotten anything for variable yet. That always takes place in the last half of the month. And then miscellaneous, I know we did have a couple items. So we had a textbook refund from the school that my daughter was going to go to before we moved. And then we got a check for leftover money in our escrow account from our previous mortgage company. So that total was $551.50. So I'll just add the two together. See, and I find this to be like really exciting, like kind of seeing like, okay, this is what we actually have made so far mid-month, and I don't know, it keeps me motivated. I don't know if that makes sense. So there's that. And then our rent was a little bit less than what we thought. It was $1613.45. Let me mark these off. So $1613.45. Okay. So if we subtract $1613.45, it was $1.31 difference. And then iCloud storage was $10.87 as expected. So $10.87. Disney Plus did not come out. I put it there just in case, but we canceled Disney Plus and then ended up getting like the big Hulu bundle. I didn't realize I was like paying for both. Like I probably wasted a lot of money on that since we got it, but we just recently upgraded to Hulu Live and we got the like Disney and ESPN bundle and everything like that. My husband likes to watch hockey and all of his sports and stuff like that, so hockey season officially started, I think. I don't know when. I don't know anything about sports. I just know that he asked me for Hulu Live, like, and he was like, the first game's tonight, we gotta get it tonight. And I'm like, all right. So anyways, that's kind of how that worked. And then for our internet, that's actually not going to be due until the later half of the month, and I did not realize that, but I do have the specific bill amount, so I'm just gonna go ahead and include it. So I predicted that it was gonna be around $80, but I did 100 just in case of like taxes and fees, and you just never know. So 1808. I like to kind of be more conservative. I like to overestimate my expenses and underestimate income. That's usually how I do it, and that's just to kind of be extra safe with things. So 3870, that number never changes. It's for our life insurance. And then I know that our auto insurance did come out, and that I can mark off. So that is right here. We haven't made any more trips to the grocery store or anything since I checked in with you guys on Friday, so that's good to go. We've been buying food kind of like 2 weeks at a time, and then we'll go get like a little bit of produce or some stuff from Costco, and that's been actually working out pretty well for us. So for grocery, we'll look at our remaining budget. So we budgeted $350, and we had, well, here, let's just add this up, $195.91, and then plus $116.73. So we actually spent $312.64, which is great. We were under budget there. And that's all a mental thing too. Like, if I tell myself I have $700 for this month, it's more likely that I will spend too much of that in the beginning of the month, and then at the end of the month we're kind of like in trouble, you know? So breaking it up into 2 separate budgets I think helps quite a bit. So we were actually $37.36 under budget there. Our eating out cash is gone, so that's good. Our pocket money cash was taken out. And then I mentioned this in a previous video as well, but moving forward, our eating out money will be a debit credit card, you know, transaction versus cash. So the only thing we're going to be taking out cash for anymore is going to be pocket money. And that's really because with eating out, I feel like right now, like there's like signs posted everywhere that there's coin shortages and people requesting for debit cards, and then like people don't like handling cash because, you know, it's got germs on it or whatever it is. So I just figured it's easier to do eating out. Plus I find it easier, or eating out cash. So I find it easier to track electronic transactions than cash transactions, because if you, oh, it's a dog. If you, you know, lose your receipt or something and you paid cash, then it's like, ooh, okay, well, I don't really remember. And that's my case anyways. I have an awful memory. So, so yeah, I feel like electronic transactions will be really nice for that. We did have a unbudgeted expense, and that was just $99.80. That was for our final water and trash bill from the old house. So, and I think I have, do I have a red pen? I thought I found one. I did find one. So $99.80. So what I can do is I'll just take that $99.80 and subtract the other transactions or other amounts. So $18.08. So we were actually $35.43 under budget. And I'm just going to add these totals up here, and then we'll just double check our numbers. So, oh, actually this was supposed to be over budget, not under budget. Okay, so 441.62. So if we subtract this number from this, it should equal that. That's how we can double check our math. And yep, so that all checks out. This was just supposed to be red and not black. Okay, so then what we can do is we can take our actual income up here and subtract our actual expenses from that, and that will tell us how much we can transfer into savings. And most of our expenses, or our larger expenses, are at the beginning of the month. So we don't have to leave. We also have like a buffer in our checking account now and everything like that. So we don't really have to worry so much about like leaving money in there, or like leaving this money in there to kind of cover expenses, and having rollover and all that kind of stuff is no longer necessary. So that's a good feeling. It kind of simplifies all of that. 62. Oh yeah, okay. So what we were actually able to put, I was like, why is it that much? But it's because of this miscellaneous income. So we were actually able to go on today, and I'll go on today and do this. We can transfer $743.82 towards our savings. So that is really exciting, because that is definitely a larger number than that, and that's just because of our miscellaneous income. I am still planning to do a D-stash. I don't know that it's going to happen in August. I've gotten a lot of questions, a lot of messages about it, like if I have certain items and all that kind of stuff. Truth be told, I am changing up the way I'm planning and doing things quite significantly, and I don't entirely know what that looks like yet, so it's making me want to hold on to some stuff just in case, and all that. But yeah, I'm kind of in like a transition period with my planning and budgeting and stuff like that, so we'll see what happens, but it's making me want to kind of hold off on the D-stash for now. So it's more likely that I will do the D-stash in September. So I'm sorry for those of you who have been kind of like anxiously waiting for this month. Honestly, I'm just like really not prepared for it. I need to get really organized, and a lot of my time has been going to my business, my little business that I'm hoping to launch either at the end of this month, but more than likely in September as well. I've been working day in and day out on everything. You can kind of follow that journey a little bit more on Instagram if you're curious how that's going, but it's going really well. I'm really excited about it, but I definitely have a lot of work to do still, so I'm not super confident that it's gonna launch by the end of this month. I'm hoping like first week of September, because that would be fun. My birthday's September 2nd, so it would be pretty fun if it launched like sometime around my birthday, but we'll see what happens. So anyways, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will chat with y'all later. Bye.